Before we get into importing the clips, we have one solemn duty to perform before we get started. Make sure that you still have the disk image open. If you've ejected it, which you can do, double-click and reestablish it. Now let's go over to Import Media right here, and look in the lower left-hand corner right here, Create an Archive. Now, why do we need a specific button for an archive? What's it exactly doing? Understand, especially on digital cameras, when you pull the card out, you've got files, and the files are movies, and we're going to use those. However, and this is very important to understand, there's metadata associated with those files. Now, in some cases, it's embedded into the file itself, but not in every case and not in every manufacturer. So when you think you're doing a good thing by going into the SD card, opening it up, and dragging these out as a copy and putting them someplace else, is that you might actually be neglecting the metadata. And without the metadata, you're going to lose a lot of valuable information on that file. When you create an archive, guess what? The archive looks for that information and actually brings it along. So it's guaranteeing you're getting all your stuff. So if we come over here into our sidebar and click WEC, now notice the Create Archive is actually in the sidebar. You're not selecting things over here, you're selecting that whole thing, and then you click Create Archive. Give it a name. I think I'll call it WEC SD card. You might have more than one, could be 1, 2, or 3. It is going to, by default, put it into your Movies folder. And the Movies folder is where we have our other stuff. Now, is that a good thing? No, that's not very smart. Because think of it this way. You now have, as they say, all your eggs in one basket. And that might be good for some things, but not for this. What if you have a catastrophic failure on that drive? You're going to lose everything. Now, I'll go ahead and just leave it in here for now, but I would strongly suggest your archives are on another protected drive somewhere else. Let's go ahead and click Create. Now, remember, we're dealing with 64-bit architecture here. The speed that we can develop and work and edit is amazing based on even older versions of Final Cut Pro. We now have an archive. We have looked at the media import window. The only next step we have is to start importing, but we'll save that for the next lesson.